Hi, I'm Marion Jordan. I'm a singer-songwriter from Belfast. I suppose the music comes from my father, and he played button key accordion and mouth organ in ceilidh bands. So that love, of music came from him. And then I was 7 and I was lucky enough to get into an audition for the School of Music. So that started my singing in choirs, recorder, and just reading music in general. I loved all type of music. I was quite shy. I don't know if you can believe me there, but I was quite shy. So it was just in choirs. So there was no solo, pushing me out in front of people and doing that. So it was just choirs until I got my voice trained by Nuala Anthony, who was one of the main singing teachers in the School of Music when I was 15, 16. And she gave me a real confidence, not only in my voice, but then in myself as well. And she pushed me forward to sing in the Elmwood Hall at, the concerts that were given, and pushing me forward to sing solos. And I was like, no, I can't do that. We have such and such who's always the soloist. And she said, oh, Marion, no, I believe that you're good enough. And off you go. So that gave me a confidence, just standing on my own. And the expression then that I always had, I put my heart and soul into every single song that I sing. And I think that's kind of my style and what makes me, even with the church stuff. I don't want to do it if it's not all from the heart. So Elmwood Hall then started, and then when I was about 17, I worked in Larry's Piano Bar. So that was the first professional gig, that I had, and that was with Kieran Bork down in, beside the Ulster Hall there. So that was good fun, and it was good because it got away the nerves element, and it wasn't such a sterile concert type gig. It was people were pissed and were on the tables dancing, and if you forgot your words, it didn't matter. So that was a different genre of getting into the middle of the road. Pearl's a Singer, I'll Survive, all those real big get up and party modes. So I just had it all, like for having musical theatre to classical to jazz to folk. And even when I was 17, I also joined a band called Cargis, which is Irish for friendship. Paul Gilhooly was the songwriter there. So I was the lead vocalist in that band. And our album was called Let Me Hear Your Voice. It's a build up in yourself, first of all, because you are the instrument, and a lot of it is mind work. Obviously, you have to look after your body, look after your voice. Shouting is awful. Like, if you're out on a night out before a gig, your voice could be ruined, wrecked, and very husky, which in a choir situation you don't want. Maybe in a blues situation you do. But so it's seeing that instrument. You are the instrument, so keeping a real tip-top eye on that. So, enough sleep, not shouting, as I say, not using your voice too much. Also, using diaphragm, using your posture, gargling if there's any kind of, phlegm issues. Also then warm-ups, so you can, lots of techniques of buzzing, of scoops, up and down. Everybody has a weak part in their voice, so you've got the lovely big chesty voice, and then you've got the high voice, but there's always a break in between. So it's going over scales to smooth all those parts out, but also then, as a choir member, it's in your facial kind of expressions too that can, because some people get a wee bit down, and their face will go down, everything will go flat. So it's that kind of keeping that all up, keeping it at a good tone level. Also lemon, drinking hot drinks with honey, all that sort of stuff, and trying to keep away from getting colds and flus. But in this world you're going to get sick, so it's just really keeping yourself healthy. And also your breathing's very, very important. So swimming to me is very important. And I also blow a shofar. I don't know, many people wouldn't know what a shofar is, but it's a ram's horn. And the breath control that you need for that is amazing. So that really just, because your breath is your powerhouse, is your fuel. You know, if you're a car, if you run out of breath, I'm sorry, those two little vibrational, things there in your throat aren't gonna move, and they're not gonna make a sound. So, you know, this is your resonance, this is your sound box. But also, if you don't have the power, the fuel, which is the air, which is your breath, it's not going to be there. So there's loads and loads of different aspects. And, you know, I teach singing as well. So it's something that, you know, I have a lot of knowledge about. Going into a cosmopolitan New York library, picking up a book by M. McLafferty, and feeling the poverty and greatness of Ireland in a world of cheap greed. Now 30 years later, we pass on a Belfast street. I think you're walking a dog. I think I'm a moth again. And what lives on after than an almost recognition? A ghost passing another ghost that you don't know anymore. You don't know me anymore. You don't know me anymore. You don't know me anymore. I tried to get you on the telephone. Students want to get your autograph on the new copies of your first book that they are bringing out in Cork. But you are gone already, still my comrade in the dark. We both are wandering home, to death do us part. You don't know me anymore. 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 But you are gone already, still my comrade in the dark. We both are wandering home, to death. You don't know me anymore. 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 Yeah, I suppose my biggest kind of collaboration was with Arco String Quartet, and then the people that were in the church that worked with me, Mark Mooney, God rest his soul. He was a force behind the album The Prayer, which I recorded in 2017, and it was made really for people who had lost loved ones. I sing at an awful lot of funerals, and I know that the music is such a healing, embalming kind of a balm of Gilead almost, you know, that washes over them, and they're immersed in that during the mass or the service. And I wanted for them to go home with something, or even in their car, or, you know, in the evening. And so the prayer is a really it's a spiritually led album, So Carl McGuckin and myself, we did the actual prayer, which what was it, Celine Dion and Andre Bocelli would have made big famous. So we did that. There's other aspects. There's Ave Maria. There's Laudate Dominum, and actually, just recently, two weeks ago, I sang Laudate Dominum, the Mozart's Laudate Dominum, for 25,000 people in international mass in Lourdes, and that was gorgeous. It was scary, but it was powerful, really powerful. And you had all the international people coming in, bellissima, bellissima from Italia, and you know, from Scotland and whatever. You know, you've got them all coming from all over the world, being moved by what you've done, you know. Okay, it doesn't happen very often, thanks be to God. But when it does, you really just need to be completely professional. And it's almost like, you know, if you drop a brick, don't kick it. So you've just made a mistake there. Let's just smooth this out, move on. Sometimes if your voice isn't just perfect, you're really just holding on to every technique possible, whether that is how your stance is, you know, taking it down a notch, changing key if you can, and really just keeping it safe for your voice, because when your voice is not well, you don't want to push it, because you're gonna go back lots of steps, you know, health wise. So if you cannot get cover for a gig, it's really just you're on a wing and a prayer basically, because you're just really dependent on this. And there has been issues where I'm kind of going, in my head, I sound absolutely awful, but other people don't hear that because it's all very much heightened in here, you know, what you're hearing. So if you hear like a nasal quality inside your head, you're going, I sound awful. And they're going, no, that actually is coming out fine, you know. So it's as you say, it's just using all those techniques that you've learned over the years. Yeah. As I say, I think you really need to go inside yourself. And whether that comes from, people say, the universe or God or spirit, it's pulling on all your experiences and how those words touch you. And is it an ethereal thing? Is it a, you know, Enya type sound that you want? Or is it more of a bluesy, jazzy number? Do you want people to dance to it? You know, and I suppose the words bounce off then what comes out, you know. So it's all interactive, you know, and also whoever's playing with you as well, you know, instrumentation that can be used, guitar, harp, bagpipes, saxophone, you know, it all gives a different genre, different feel. You know, do you want it sexy, sultry? Do you want it calm? Do you want it peaceful? You know, so it's just finding what that particular song means to you and blocking it out as that and getting into that zone. As I hear singing, as I hear in deafness, clear voices singing, I who am deaf and dumb, play what I hear. With fingers that stray blind on the street, I hear the singing. I hear the voice only. I hear the singing. The voice and the singing, that is not my own. I hear the voice and the singing, that is not my own. That is not my own. That is not my own. Yeah, it's a different feel. You really have to get into the words. And what was beautiful about this commission was the words were already there. So it's Padraic Fiacc's poetry. And it already has a story behind it, and you can hear him. And the ones that we chose were The Flame and Harper's Yard, I think it was, so which we're going to perform soon. But it's something that touches you. And the thing was, I wasn't guided to which poems that I could choose. So it did really come once I read through some of his poems that did something to me. So it's bringing that personal element, which you don't have when you're just singing someone else's songs. Obviously, you put a little bit of yourself into it, but in a piece of art, which, as I'm an artist as well, a painter, sketcher, whatever, you have to bring a bit of yourself into it. So in the songwriting way, it's totally different, and even letting that spirit kind of wash over you as well, you know, when you're collaborating with others as well, to have that connection and bounce off one another. It's a new experience, and it's bringing something new as well, you know, and new ground, and it's exciting. So it is like a blank canvas, as an artist, as a visual artist, and bringing something out. And I suppose, as a visual artist, I can relate to that really, really well, you know, because when I'm in that visual artistry, I'm not the performer. I'm really very much behind the scenes and looking and going, how do I make this work? How do I make this really beautiful? So it's a really different way of thinking. And then when you come out and perform it, suddenly you're on show. You're the show, and you have to make this work. So it's really two different aspects of growing something, you know, building something, and compositional, all that, you know. So it's same even aspects of a visual artist to a singer-songwriter, you know, even the structure, you know, what's the feeling we're going to get here? Is it slow? Is it fast? What way do we want people to feel when they hear this? It's still early days, but I feel I have been singing for so many years, and it's really, I want to find my own voice and bring out something that's true to me, that I'm telling a story, and it's a courageous thing, and it's something that I'll be grasping at so many helpers and collaborators to bring me, come on, you can do this. But I think it's something I must do. And as an artist, I think I would look back on my life if I was to finish up in this earth and kind of go, why didn't you write stuff? Why didn't you bring something out yourself? So it's almost like looking back at your life and going, come on, let's do this. So I'm also bringing out a show. It's the Barbra Streisand show, and it's not going to be me pretending to look like or sound like Barbra Streisand, but it's that gutsiness that she has as well. And I think I'll start to find something in my own voice that it'll move me, it'll shift me into something new. So so it's all a learning curve right now. I sat on the harbour wall, sketching the scene before me, my pencil tunefully scratching great trails on white paper. The skeleton of a boat hovered evilly, staring up at me out of a misty page. My boat was motionless, I could not draw water. It was beyond my power to capture it as I swayed, and if I tried, I felt it would escape, seeping through my finger, soaking through my clothes. It sifted and it gurgled soothingly against the hull. I changed constantly, playing leapfrog with the ripples. The picture on the page was dead and incomplete. The picture in my mind was all but touchable. The lines on the page swam, I toppled overboard into salty freshness, and my picture emerged as a poem, as a poem, as a poem, as a poem. I think we all have our own individual voices, and never to stop creating. You know, some people will be made for the opera, the Grand Opera House stage. Some people might never get there, but they might touch someone in a very little small venue, you know, and just be as beautiful. So we all have something to give. So to go towards which makes you come to life, whether that be Metallica or whether that be Pavarotti. Yeah. So whatever brings you to life, and if you can get a kick out of it, everything else is a bonus. You know, money's a bonus. People say, oh, you know, you could be doing this for money, but actually, if I was only doing it for money, I wouldn't do it. It's the love, it's the passion. And what you give to people is so, so important. Okay, I have a website, and it's marionjordan.com, marionjordan.com. You can also buy my albums there as well. I have a Christmas album, and as I say, a Cargis, Let Me Hear Your Voice album. And please God, there'll be many more albums to come, so it's just getting that kickstart. So yeah, so you can find me there. You can get my contacts and get in touch with me anytime. Heartbreak makes my words come out late, sensitive and slow, like a truth that's hard to speak. I would love to hold you, but you don't make me want to. Yet you're the only one who knows the right thing to do. I can save you, I just know it wouldn't be enough. I can save you, but I can't give you all my love. Heartache when you know what's at stake, when there is no give and take in the things you have to do. I would love to tell you, but you don't listen to me. All you hear is what you feel, and I can't get through to you. I can't save you, I just know it wouldn't be enough. I can save you, but I can't give you all my love. I can save you, I just know it wouldn't be enough. I can save you, but I can't give you all my love. I can save you, I just know it wouldn't be enough. I can save you, but I can give you all my Were we supposed to finish that in a different way?